Well, you know what time it is. It's Saturday morning. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. All right. We have some interesting stuff to do this time around because we have a giveaway, right? If you have tuned in to the last JW's radio, you're aware of that giveaway. We actually had three people that entered. So let me know. We'll go through it. I do have more of these things. We'll see the turnout on them. I just keep offering them up. I don't, like I said, I didn't care if we had one or none. Just do it. Changed it up this morning because you know what I actually have in here? I have guava juice. Out here, it's actually quite common to go into a restaurant and get guava juice, or a lot of times for breakfast. You can go in a lot of these hotels and stuff. You can actually go get guava juice. There's a place down below where I work called the King Kamehameha Hotel. It's actually a really nice hotel. It's not a bad place to stay if you're ever out here in the Big Island. It's a pretty decent rates, and for what you're getting, I mean, it's no Hilton or anything, but it's actually pretty nice. And then right out front is you can actually go right to the beach and then go, wash your feet off and go right back up to your hotel room. No joke. It's right there in the ocean. It doesn't get better than that. And the buffet is really good. The breakfast buffet is, it's not bad. And you can actually go, and they have a big old, it's like a big barrel, and it's got guava juice in it, and they give you these tiny little cups though. You can probably take your coffee cup and go and fill it up, but it takes forever. You're just sitting there going but you can also fill up your whole plate full of bacon and go sit down. Anyway, all right, so we got some cool stuff there. The reason I got my hat out is because that's where we're going to do the drawing, and we'll get to that. But first, a couple of the shout outs right here. So we have the Lion Quest Fitness, who's always been tuning in, Mr. Zona Cat, all right, Edward Petty, the Arizona Ghost Riders, my good buddy over there in Arizona. Check out his channel if you like the Wild West and you're into the a little bit of history and fun of the Old West. Definitely check out the Arizona Ghost Riders. Really cool guy, a lot of fun. He just has a lot of fun with his channel. All right, we have the Gunfighter 45 ACP, my favorite caliber. Bob Hartman, Mr. Holster. I can't believe they let that guy on the internet. Panama Brad, Varen K, Joe P, Matt Bridges, that's a new one. I haven't seen, maybe you just haven't commented before. Thor's Axe, E.B. Saint, James Drennan, Mr. Rory James, 454 Packer, and my brother over there, the Gun Enthusiast. That's who we got this week, had tuned into or commented on the JW's radio. So last week on JW's radio, we talked about the Model 29 and my love for it, and that's what we have for the giveaway. We have the target from that video, the Model 29. We shot it. This is the little target at the end of that video. If you haven't seen it, it's right at the end of the video. The Model 29 8 3/8 inch barrel. We did that video. In fact, I think I said something like, this video might make you just want a Model 29, and it does. It makes me want one. Wait, I have one. Okay. But yeah, that's the target we had. It's nothing special, but it's just a little something from the videos, and now it's right here on the JW's radio. And it's going to go to one of these three people. We have Edward Petty, Mr. Rory James, and 454 Packer. Okay, so because there's not a lot of you, and okay, see, I'm forgetting, we are also throwing in a Hawaiian Island sticker. Look at that. Here, I'll walk over to the camera so you can see it. Yep, it's got the Hawaiian Islands, a little sticker. You can put that on your car. You can put that wherever you want to. That's from out here. So how we're going to do this is we got 3. So I got 2, 4, 6 of my cards. These are my cards for my YouTube channel. So Batjack JW, if you're tuned in here, which you are, hope you're subscribed. Okay, what we're going to do... Now, where's my, did I forget my pen? Did I forget a pen here? Yes, I think I may have forgotten a pen. Let me grab a pen, because we're going to need a pen. No edits, no edits. Okay, we got a pen. Got a red pen. No edits in this in this JW's radio. We just turn the camera on, let it fly. That's the way we do it. So I'm gonna put basically your name is going to be on 2 cards. You have each of you, Edward Petty, Mr. Rory James, 454 Packer. You have two chances. That's 6 cards total. I'm just going to put your initials right here on the top of the card. So I just put Ed P right there. And I'll toss this card in there for you too. Mr. Rory James, I'm going to put RJ for you. And Mr. Packer, I'm going to put 4 and P. How about that? Okay. Simple enough. You don't need that anymore. Okay. With my luck, we're probably going to need it. Alright, here, let me show you guys. Okay, so Mr. 454 Packer, I got you there. I just put the 4 and the P right here. Let me make sure the hat's in there. Okay, you're going in the hat. Mr. Rory James, I put RJ. Edward P. Okay, and you're in there. Alright, so everybody's in there. I want to make sure I'll turn it towards you as well. Let's see. I'll lift it way up here and scramble those around. Let's see. I really want to make sure they're shuffled good. And I know what you're thinking. Index cards. Oh, what? You see? We're messing up. We're messing up. One fell out. I'm putting it back in there. See, back to shuffling. One fell out. We don't script these things, you know. We just let it fly. All right, that's enough. Okay, I got one. Who is it? Mr. Rory James, that's who it is. RJ. Mr. Rory James, you are the winner of the Target. Okay, there's your card that we pulled. You're the winner of the Target and the sticker. So you have till next JW's Radio to personal message me where you would like this mailed off to, and I will get it mailed off to you. If you do not message me within the next JW's Radio, which will be 1 week from today, next Saturday, I'm going to have to redraw another name, okay? So that's fair enough, I feel. So we'll put that aside. Okay. I want to keep an eye on the time here. What did we have going on today or this week on the channel? We had quite a few videos. We did a really neat video on a Snake Charmer 410 break action single shot shotgun. Really neat shotgun. That exact one that is on there is I believe it just says Snake Charmer, but Rossi makes them also, and it's called a Rossi Tuffy. I got that message a lot on that one, who makes it or whatever. But that particular one, I believe, is just the Snake Charmer. I don't think that one's a Rossi made. And the cool thing about that shotgun is years ago, that was actually one of the first shotguns I ever shot. Not that particular gun, but one just like it, identical to it. My father and I would go out to this little patch of land and actually run around and shoot the thing. We used to buy a bunch of those 410 shotgun shells from this guy. He was a guy that was a local arms dealer. In the newspaper we found him, and we go buy a Ziploc bag full of those shells from him. I forget how many, why it was being sold that way, but I don't know. We used to go out there, blast away with that thing. It was a lot of fun. So that really brought me back memories when I saw that kind of shotgun, and I was able to, I'm like, you know what? I want to grab this thing and do a video with it because it's really cool. And that's the one thing I liked about it, is when you hit that release, it just, the barrel, everything, it just falls right open like it needs to. Now you don't get that with, like, when a shotgun with internal hammers. You don't get that with those, because on that pull, that break open, you're actually cocking the hammer mechanism. That's why it's so stiff. It really can't be broken in too much because you're also cocking the hammers. It's kind of why I like the shotgun with the mule ears. If I'm going to get a side-by-side, I like the ones with the hammers exposed, because when you hit that switch, it just lets the barrel just free fall and open up. I like that. And of course, you know, having the mule ears on there, that's what they call it, or the hammers, or I think there's another term for it. There's probably a few other terms for it, but it's also a throwback to the old Wild West, which I'm a big fan of. So anyway, that was a neat shotgun. And a buddy of mine actually was talking last night, for those of you that follow me on my daily vlog channel, that is the Combat 86 radio show. I do daily vlogs on there. Check out, if you're curious what the old MacJack JW does on a daily basis, that you can check out that channel. My friend on there, Cody, which he's actually popped up on this channel a couple of times. Cody has done, I think he's, you know what, in fact, he's done one of these JW's radio with me. He's tuned in. He's the guy with the beard. Anyway, and then I think he also did one where we talked about the Colt Python. So he's showed up on the main channel. He's popped up a lot more on my daily videos. But anyway, I got to talk to him last night, and he said he had one of those shotguns, and so that gives me an opportunity to possibly do a range video with it. So I might have to go pick up a box of 410 shotgun shells, and we may have to do a little video with that. Oh, we'll see how the things go. The budget on the channel, we run on a shoestring budget. And speaking of budget and everything, we'd like to thank Badman Bullets for sponsoring this channel and providing us with the lead for us to do videos like this. So this here was shot with Badman Bullets. Badman Bullets is a great company. 1,000 pieces or more ship absolutely free. The guy that runs it is Patrick. He also deals with you on a personal level. So if you call him up, you're dealing with him, the owner, directly, and he'll take care of it. He takes care of it. So it's not like you're dealing with this giant company where you're just pretty much dealing with somebody on the phone that doesn't really care. They're there for the paycheck. This guy's a shooter. He's produces quality product. I've been happy with it. I wouldn't tell you otherwise if I wouldn't say, you know, hey, promote a product that was absolutely garbage. No, it's been good. In fact, if you guys remember that video I did where we changed out the barrel from the Glock 23 to a 9mm, we shot that at 60 yards on that little steel plate, that man target thing. I'll show that in a video sometime because it's popped up here and there on those range videos, and I wanted to show that because I purchased that from the Sports Authority, and it was a gamble on buying it because of the price, but you know what, it's actually a really good target, so I'll have to show that sometime. But anyway, yeah, we shot that target at 60 yards with the Glock barrel with 115 grain polymer coated bullets from Badman Bullets. Those are reloads. So, alright, check him out. 1,000 pieces or more shipped for free. Can't beat that. That goes out flat rate, priority mail. For me, living out here in the islands, that's on my doorstep in 4 days. So, at least it's the way it should be. But I've never had anything late from him. Alright. Okay, so the other thing we did a high point. We broke out the high point again. I wanted to show the high point C9 pistol HD close-up. A lot of the high point pistols get like, there's so much... in a sense, it's almost like there's like this love-hate relationship with it, a real strong love-hate relationship with it on the internet. There's every video that gets produced out there, a lot of times they're, you know, kind of negative videos, but man, it's just like the comments on that video that I originally did when I showed a bunch of them. I mean, the comments are like either like, hey, you know, I love the thing, or just like straight up like I hate the thing. It's like, wow. But you know, I wanted to do a close-up video on it and do it at HD and take a look at it, especially the C9, just the size of everything. You know, there's a lot of people that in where I work, they're hunters, and they use that as a you know, backpack gun, or they, you know, they put it in their truck or wherever they're going hunting, just, you know, they have it as a backup or whatnot. So yeah, so I wanted to do that in HD, show that close up and everything. We also did the Walther CCP. Now that is the concealed carry pistol. I think I got that right. 9mm. It's got a kind of like a, what they call a soft coil, or yeah, like it's got like a delayed blowback thing going on, so it helps with the recoil. I really like the way that gun feels. Like again, all the Walther products the way it feels in the hand is really awesome. It just feels, wow, you know, you grip that gun and I'm a really big fan of the P99, really because of James Bond, but that's the one I'm kind of after, is the P99. So I mean, it's not it's one of those guns where they're out there. It's not like it's going anywhere. So because I find myself being more of a gun collector, than I am mostly like just somebody that buys a gun, you know, for, I guess, tactical reasons, you know, not trying to offend anybody, but I like the guns, you know. You guys have been around my channel, you can see what kind of guns I like, you know. So anyway, but yeah, I do like that P99, the Walther. It feels good. I still need to get another 9mm in the inventory of stuff, because currently the only 9mm I have is right here, and that's what we're going to talk about, because it's kind of neat. Even though it is a all black gun, sort of say, but it's also kind of a vintage, cool throwback gun in a sense, but it's still being used today. We're talking about the Beretta 92FS, or in this case, this one here is the M9. Some people say, well, no, it's not the M9. The military designates it as that. Well, the one I bought is some sort of, I think it's like a commemorative celebrating 20 years service in America's Armed Forces. The only reason I bought this one over the 92FS was because this one was cheaper. I'm not going to lie. So that's the only reason. But it's called the M9. In this state, we have to register our firearms, and it's registered as an M9 because that's what it says on the gun itself. Remember when I ordered this from my friend, the gun dealer, I was just like, the anticipation of getting this was absolutely, I just remember it distinctively, like, oh man, I gotta have this gun. Because why? I'm a big fan of Lethal Weapon and Die Hard. Yes, that is pretty much the reason why. It's a cool, it really is a throwback gun. I believe these things came out, the 92FS or 92 was like, what, 1975 if I'm not mistaken, and then the military adopted it in 85, I think, by, you know, so yes, it replaced the old 1911, which is my favorite pistol, bar none. The 1911, as far as a semi-auto gun goes, handgun, it would be the 1911. But this one here is the one that replaced it. It's kind of a cool look, I will say that. This gun photographs really nice. It's like a model, because she looks good every which way. This thing, and it's used in countless movies. I mean, it just because it does. It really has that look, that cool look to it. And I love what, you know, when Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon, the first one, when he talks about it, he says, you know, hey, he's like, oh, 9mm Beretta, wide ejection port, no feed jams, like that. You know, he's like, yeah, what do you got on there, Coach Cheese or something? And he says, I got a 4-inch Smith. And he's like, yeah, 6-shooter, huh? A lot of old timers carry those. So this was kind of, you know, I mean, that movie came out in the late 80s, and, you know, this was the thing, you know, this was it. The military was just starting to use it and everything, so it's been going strong. One thing I actually saw on another YouTuber's channel, and he's a fellow lefty shooter, and so am I. So, and he mentioned something which was interesting, and it was about this trigger bar right here and how it moves. And being a lefty shooter, if you're, you know, if you're shooting like this, that moves on you, so you really can't get a good thumb hold on it. Now, I guess, I don't know, because it's weird. I've never really noticed it myself, but maybe it's, I don't know, if I'm just not holding my thumb up here on the frame, maybe I'm holding it lower. I may be holding it lower, is what I think is going on. Now, here's the other problem that I notice, okay, aside from that, is you may accidentally push the button right here, the takedown button, and that may cause the little lever here to pop down and take the slide right off. And you might just pull a Jet Li on accident on yourself, like in Lethal Weapon 4 when he snatches the slide right off this gun. So, anyway, so yeah, I guess there's a lot of issues with it or whatnot. I've always kept it just because it's, you know, it's just one of those nostalgia type things. But, you know, it's a good gun. It's a good pistol. It shoots really accurately. It shoots where I want it to. I remember when I first had this, I was it was going back and forth between this and a Glock 17, and I remember telling my friend, I said, man, I had a hard time learning how to shoot a Glock. First, that was just for me. It was like I had a hard time with it. That was just my experience with it. I mean, of course, I got better with it, but this right out of the box, I was able to really just bang the steel and had real confidence in it. And you know, even he said, you know, I could have told you that. He goes that and everybody that I noticed that picks it up, even my friends, sometimes who break it out at the range, they just go, man, I love it. It just, I can hit the target with it. So, you know, of course, there was a lot of things. I did some videos on accuracy issues and whatnot. Make sure it's not loaded, but about that barrel moving around in there. But, you know, looking back at that thought, there's a lot of guns that do that, and they're just as accurate. So, I don't know. You know, it's one of those controversial things, I think. But as far as from what I'm concerned, I mean, I'm banging steel. You know, pretty effective with it. It's a great gun. I like it. So I remember one time a guy, I had it at work and I was doing something to it, and one of these guys came in and I showed it to him because he wanted to see it, and then he picked it up and he says, "Man, I feel like I'm in World War II with this thing." And I just went, "What? What are you talking about, dude? This is what they're using now," you know. And so obviously, this guy had no idea of any kind of gun history or anything like that. So it's pretty funny. You gotta laugh at some of that stuff. Really. So anyway, thanks for watching. That's a wrap. That's this week's JW's Radio. Hope you had fun. I had fun hanging out. Yeah, get yourself some guava juice. All right, and don't forget, Mr. Rory James, don't forget to message me where you would like this stuff shipped off, and I'll get it shipped off to you. There you go. So I'll run that till next JW's Radio. If you can get that, get me your shipping where you want this shipped, and I'll get it off to you. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. I'll see you next week.